channel. We're doing a deal or no deal, Saturday deal or no deal, etc. So if you have any deals that you're working on and you're having trouble analyzing the deal, figuring out what you should offer to the seller, etc., drop it in a comment. And as you enter the live stream, please smash that thumbs up for me. Brett, what up? Happy Saturday. Super Khang. Thanks, man, you guys. As you enter the live stream, don't forget to smash that thumbs up. And we got 12 people and 0 thumbs up. Oh, man. Shook Aim S. Morning like. Yes, good morning. Top 10. What up, top 10? Happy Saturday. For those of you who are new to the channel, I'm doing this every single Saturday, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, where I help you analyze, evaluate your deals, help you figuring out, what the ARV would be, or maybe just double checking on your work, double checking on your ARV, double checking on your rehab costs, and what I would offer to the seller, etc. So that way you guys can get kind of my opinion on it. Brett, I throw you a deal to do, but I just closed my first one Friday. Dude, Brett, so you just closed your first wholesale sale deal this Friday, last Friday? I'm not exactly sure. Brett, well, you know what? You should come onto my show as the first subscriber first wholesale deal interview. Yes, Brett, drop me a comment right now with your email and let's get you onto the channel to share your stories and your first wholesale deal. And the reason why we're doing it, Brett, is to inspire and motivate those that haven't done their first wholesale deal, to let them know that this is possible, this business is possible for everybody to do it. So it pumps them up, okay? So Brett, drop me your email. Let's get you onto the channel, man. I'm hoping Sophia and Harrison's is on. I'm doing an interview with them. Perfect, done. Man, that's awesome. Let me snap it before I lose it. Hold on a second. I'm going to snap it before I lose your email here. Boom, done. All right, Brad, I'm going to shoot you an email. Let's get a time and a date picked out, and then let's get you on the show, man. I'm excited. That is so awesome. Everybody, let's say congrats to Brett. Brett, congrats, man. Sean Johnson, happy Saturday. What up, buddy? Carlos, what up? Happy Saturday. Armin Walter, happy Saturday. Yes, let's give Brett some thumbs up. Let's give him some let's show him some love. If I want to virtual wholesale with nobody I trust on the ground, how will I assess the value of the property? Well, the thing is, Walter, how we do it is that we lock property up on the contract just over the phone. We talk to the seller. We get the seller to give us all the repair costs, name off of what needed to be done to the property, and based on that, we figure out what the rehab cost would be, and then figure out obviously the ARV, and then we make the offer to the seller. Once the offer is accepted, that's when we send our buyer to go out there, and they can do their own evaluation on the property. So typically, we don't get anyone to go to the property. To assess it. We don't need to take the contract to go to the property, to look at the property, to give us the repair cost. We would talk to the seller, get them to give us a number of what needed to be done, and obviously we want them to give us the number. We want to hold them accountable to the number they've given us. Brett, got 2 more in the work and 1 more under contract. Y'all just gotta get out there and trust your numbers. Brett, dude, that is awesome, man. How long have you been doing it? You know what? Actually, don't put that. We're actually going to talk about it on the interview. But anyways, you guys, how did you guys like the cold call? If you guys enjoy it, maybe we're going to do one right now. For those of you who are, good talking to seller, pop in your phone number. Maybe we can do that right now. We did that one yesterday with Mal. That was great. But anyways, any deals that you guys are working on, we're not just on here BSing, talking, but any deals you're working on, let's analyze it, evaluate it, so that way I can give you guys my opinion, what I think the ARV would be, what I think the rehab would be, and then what I would offer to the seller. And I don't know why we only have 6 thumbs. Come on, you guys. As you enter the live stream, smash that thumbs up, show me some love. If don't do it for me, do it for Brett. Brett just closed his first wholesale deal. Don't give it away, Brett. Don't let people know how much you make, etc. We're gonna make sure that we get you onto the show to share that. Dakota, Happy Saturday. All right, you guys. Any deals you're working on? If not, then we're gonna end this. We're gonna end this. We're gonna end the stream very, very quickly. Booty, Booty. I'm sorry. Call you Booty. Oh man, my reading skill. Bow tie, bow tie, bow tie. Yeah, bow tie. What up? Happy Saturday, Kevin. Bow tie. Yeah, man. I'm sorry, man. Happy Saturday, Kevin. How do you determine property in? How do you determine property in a property to know if it's a deal? If a house worth 200 and try to buy for 125, but they only pay off 25, but they only pay off 25K. What happened? What happened when this was just what happened? This was just an example. Dude, Kevin, man, I'm confused about your questions. And Kevin, you should save it for Sunday Q&A, which is tomorrow. But man, let's see here. If a house is worth 200, okay, and you try to buy for 125, okay, I understand that, but they pay off 25K. That's where I'm confused. But they only pay off 25. I'm confused, man. So how we do it? I meant equity. I'm not sure. So if the property, okay, so, and I want to make sure you guys that I'm clear with this, okay? So the 30% rules, right? The ARV minus 30% or times 70%, whatever you guys want to do, it's exactly the same. The 30% rules is just a rule of thumbs. Now, if you got to know your market, you got to know your buyers. Our buyers are willing to pay, at 20% discount, 15% discount. So which means now you're willing to, you can offer the seller more. All right, so you got to understand your market. You got to know your buyer, right? If you're in a hot market, you don't need to use the 30% or 30%, okay? Maybe you can tie the property up under contract just with a 20% discount. All right, so you got to know your market, and if you know your market, you know your buyer, then you won't, then you won't lose on deals where you think you have to tie it under 30%. So what it is Kevin. So if it's worth 200. I'm just using the 30%, okay? That's just the standard, which means that's 140, okay? So you minus the 30%. The reason why you minus the 30% is that's how much investor want to make on their money. Now that's some investor willing to make less, 20%, 15%, okay? But this is just a standard rule of thumbs, minus 30%. So that's how much they want to make is 30% on their money. And then you got to minus the repair. So let's just say the repair is $25,000. It needs $25,000 in work. So which means a cash buyer investor would buy this property that you're talking about at 115. All right. This is just an example at 115. Okay, at 115. And then if you want to make your assignment fee in there, and you'll be like, well, I want to make $5,000 on this. So which means you got to offer and lock the property up under contract at 110. And then you assign it to your buyer at 115, and that's how you make your 5,000. But there gotta be equity in the property. If there's only $25,000 in equity, then that could be a different deal. It could be a rent to own, or I'm sorry, it could be someone who's gonna buy it, gonna keep it as a rental. James, man, James, thank you so much, man, for being on. You're awesome, man. Dakota, Joe Dirt, what up? Happy Saturday. Okay, today's deal. Okay, we got one. 325. Okay, we got one. So, what I need to know is, Kanza, what I need to know is this property listed or it's unlisted? What's the ARV? What's the rehab cost? So what do you think the ARV would be? What do you think the rehab cost would be? What does the seller is asking for it? Have you made an offer with the seller or not? And if you have, at what price? So I need to know all that. And is it listed or not? Thank you for answering. I was just wondering how you determine equity. Okay. Some love. There you go. Hello, my brother from another mother. Do you need Oh, dude, you have the same name as my wife's niece. Well, so do you need earnest money to make an assignment legal? Yes, $1. Uno mas. Can you share a contract you use to lock up deals? I share that in our private Facebook group, and the only way to enter the private, get into our private Facebook group, is a small family community where we help each other do deals, close deals, etc. All right, but to be able to join, because I'll be able to pull the curtain back, share with you guys more of stuff where I talk to the seller, live call, doing live cold call, text message for between me and buyers, me and seller, me and agents, etc. All right, so but you have to buy my purchase. My King Kong Amazing Seller Script Package deal is $4.95 if you want to do that to join the Facebook group as well. Repairs, okay. Unlisted, okay, that's good. ARV is 60,000. Seller is selling it for 30, okay. Repairs is 5. Okay. So here goes. Kazan Baby 101. So I'm going to go ahead and go the 60,000. Let's just be conservative and let's go 60,000 minus 30%. We're now at 42. And the repair is 5. 42 minus 5. So that puts us at 37. And the seller is selling for 30. So which mean it's already, so based on the calculation, it's already a deal at 30,000. So you would have made 37,000 if you lock this property up under contract at 30,000 if all the number is correct. So I'm gonna help you to see if the number is correct as far as the ARV. And now repair, I guess it's just cosmetic paint, right? It's just 5,000. So all we need to do is figure out the ARV to make sure the ARV is correct. I would do it again. So 60 minus 30, 30%. That puts at 42 minus, yep. So if you lock it up at 30,000, you can now assign it to that buyer for 37. So you make 7,000. Now, a lot of times you guys got to understand, in some market, it depends on the area as well. If it's in a bad neighborhood, you might have to lock it up even less than the 30% because most buyer won't even invest in that. So, Kazana Baby 101, I'm going to help you figure out the ARV now because the rehab seems to be only, you said 5,000. So let's figure out the ARV. Let's go back here. 325 PARA. Avenue A. I'm sorry. PARA Avenue AKRON Ohio, USA. So I just punched the address into iComps, and then here it is. There's one that's right. Okay. Oh, also too is I need to know. Oh wow, that is cheap. 6-bedroom, 3-bath, 2,700 square feet for. They sold for 35,000. Man, these are cheap property. Kazana, I need to know how many. I'm not sure. Okay, so this one is a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. ICOM's estimated to be about $45,000, but there's one that's right next to it, and we need to see pictures. See, that's the whole thing with this is if I don't have, here's one over here. This one sold for, this is a 3-bedroom, 1-bath for $26,000. This one here, 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet, so very similar to ours, and that one sold for $56,000. Okay, so based on what I'm seeing here, so this has 2-car garage. Does it have any garage? 4-bed, 2-bath, any garage? Is there any garage? This one has a 2-car garage. There's another one that's outside, further out. It's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 2,200 square feet, and that one sold for 48,000. Let's see if we can get some pictures. I'm not going to look at that one. I'm going to look at this one here. Kazana Baby 101. Is there any garage? I probably is, but I just want to make sure. So let me punch this into Zillow. Now, you guys, if the deal or no deal Saturday really helps you guys out and you guys enjoy these kind of content, then show me the love, smash that thumbs up, so that way I know that, hey, I'm on the right track and producing the content for you guys and we're not wasting each other's time. So basically now what it is I'm going on Zillow to see if I can get any pictures. So okay, so this one here, the one that I was looking at right here, this one here that sold for, it's a 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet, which is very similar to the one that we're looking at to put on the contract. But it's sold for 56,000. But when I go to Zillow said that this is a 2 units. So that tells me this is a duplex. And if it's a duplex, it's then obviously if it's a duplex, then it's not comparable. Yours, yes, R is a duplex. Okay, perfect. Oh my gosh. Okay, perfect. So 56,000. I don't get to see any. There's no pictures. Okay, so there's no pictures. You know what? So based off of this, based off of that, Kazana, based off that, I can go ahead and tell you, okay, let's go ahead with 60,000. 65 might be too high. Let's just go with 60,000. Because this one is exactly very similar to yours. A 4-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,300 square feet. The one we're looking at is 4-bedroom, 2-bath. Yours a little bit bigger. This one built in 1965. Yours built in 1918. So I figured that this is probably the updated one because it's a higher price. So go ahead, if I were you, if they ask for 30, see if you can come in at 20. See if I would come in and tell the seller, hey, telling them you offered to pay for all the fees, all the closing costs, etc. Start low, start at 20, and then see if you can come up. So if they are asking 30,000, which means you can actually lock it up at 30,000, and then find a buyer, and you can assign it to a buyer, and you can make. Obviously they would buy it at 37,000. Okay, so you can make the 7,000 assignment fee. But I'm not sure. Maybe rental in your area you can make a little bit more because this is rental. When it comes to rental, maybe it's a little bit different, right? People look at numbers a little bit different. But basically, what I'm trying to say, if the seller is asking you, if this is an off-market deal, if it's an on-market, they're asking 30,000, no one's and it hasn't sold, there's an issue. But if it's an off-market deal, which means I'm telling you, you can call the seller back, lock it up at 30,000, and you'll probably be able to make some money on it. But what I want to do is, if I were you, is I'm going to start low. I'm going to start like around 20,000, because the difference is only $10,000. And if you tell them all the perks and you don't have to talk to them, yes, we have it under. Oh my God, dude, you have it on contract for 30,000. Okay, well, all that time that I spent. So you have it locked up at, maybe that should be my question. You lock it up at 30,000. Okay, well, how long has it been? And are you having trouble finding a buyer? I guess that's what I should ask you. Are you having trouble finding buyers? And if you are, what's the reason? We need to know what's the reason why you're having trouble finding buyers. Carlos, yes, having trouble finding buyers. Okay, so how long have you had this deal tied up in the contract? And it's a bad neighborhood. Is that what all your buyers are saying? It's a bad neighborhood? Carlos, we're going to go to your deals. I haven't forget, man. So we'll do your deal next. It's a yes. All your buyers said it's a bad neighborhood. Now, have you asked your buyer what they would pay for it? Have you asked how many buyers have you sent out there? See, a lot of times neighborhood, it really depends. Good neighborhood, people were willing to buy higher price. bad neighborhood, you got to go lower price. So you got to know your market too. So how many buyers have gone to the property, and have you come back and asked your buyer, what would you pay for it? Okay, I understand that 35,000 or whatever your assignment fee is now. You obviously jack up your price. You lock it up for 30. Now you send it. Let's just say you send it out to your buyer for 35. Okay, and now you're gonna ask your buyer. They said, oh, it's a bad neighborhood. Now you ask them, well, what would you pay for it? What would they buy it at, right? What would you buy it at? And then what you want to do is, if you get a number and a commitment from them, then you go back, then you renegotiate. We only had one buyer come out. A lot of them said they were going come and didn't show. Okay. So what I would want to do, so if I were you, Kristen, go back, touch base with those buyers again. And sometimes, people get busy, and it happens to us. People get busy in their life, and sometimes things came up and they just forgot about the deal. So you want to call back and touch base with them, saying, hey, you know what, just want to touch base with you guys, see if you guys are still interested in this property or not. And if they ask you, are there people looking at it? Yes, there are people looking at it, but I just want to touch base and see if you guys are still interested or not. We have buyers that's looking at it, and they're just, working out their numbers. Have you pop it on the Wholesaling Houses full-time Facebook group? Have you call all the local realtor in the area? Have you posted on any local RIA or REITs in your area? Have you put it on that real estate investor Facebook group as well? There's 50,000 member on one. There's 80,000 people on the other one. Have you put it on there? Have you call all the agents, letting them know if they have any buyers? The guy wants to do a 3-way call with the seller because they have known each other for 10 years. Your buyer wants to do a 3-way. Sometimes you got to do what you got to do. If that's your only buyer, and you talk with your buyer, you're like, hey, you know what? I can certainly help you with that, not a problem, but I hope that you can respect me. Ask the seller any question you want. Obviously, please don't discuss with price. Please don't let the seller know what's going on. It really depends. If you talk to the buyer, typically it's not something I would do. You want to take control, but if that's your only buyer, and you want to make it work, and you want to just get this deal done, then yes, I would talk to your buyer, and then if you feel comfortable, then do it. Okay, Carlos, let's go back to your deal here. 17, Carlos, what I need you to do is exactly the same thing. What do you estimate the ARV is? Estimate the rehab cost. What's the seller asking for? Have you made an offer? If you have, or have you locked it up on a contract? Is it an off-market or on-market deal? Once I get all that numbers, and then let's go ahead and analyze it. Bad neighborhood. Anyways, you guys, any deals, we got to help analyze. 23 minutes in already. Off market, good. So Carlos, give me all of those numbers, please. What do you think the ARV would be? Your estimated ARV, what the seller's asking for. What is can't find comps. Okay, no problem. What is the rehab? What do you estimate the rehab would be? How many signs should I put out a week? Dakota, as much as you possibly can. Obviously, the more you can put out, then the more, the better results you're going to get. But obviously, it's all depend on your budget, your time, etc. Found it driving for dollars. Okay. Let me see here. Carlos. Let me go back to the property. So have you even talked to the seller yet, Carlos? Have you talked to the seller yet? I hate people who wants offer first. Wants me to make an offer. It's a hot market. Okay, so you talk to the seller. The seller wants you to make it. Want you to make an offer. Okay, Carlos. Do you have a phone number? Oh well, obviously you don't want to share it. Never mind. I was gonna cold call for you, but obviously you don't want to share it. Okay. What is it? So the seller, just go ahead and you guys. Once you know how to talk to the seller, I get sellers that say, hey, I want you to make an offer. So Carlos, I would tell the seller before we can, we would, before we can determine how much we can buy the property for, there is some question I need to ask you regarding the property. So without this information from you, I would not be able, I would not be able to pass it on to our company or our team manager or whoever it is to construct you a fair and intelligent offer. And some of the question would, we need to know is that what you think the property's worth and what you would like to get for the property. All right. Needs full rehab. Okay. But a lot of times, seller that tells you, "Oh, make me an offer," they're not very motivated to. They're not very motivated. I can tell you that. Because if they are motivated, they would give you. They would give you all the number they can. But sometimes, I'm saying in the business, sometimes you just gotta feel it. If they are just, you just gotta feel if they wanted to sell, they keep on continue saying, make me an offer, and sometimes you just have to make them an offer. I mean, it happens to me where that's what I did. No matter what we say, they're just not gonna give it away. They just say, make me an offer, and we end up just making them an offer, and I end up tying that deal up on the contract. Sometimes. But what I'm telling you is most of the time, people that are not willing to give you the numbers or go through your process and talking to you, it's because redwood. Okay. It's because they're not motivated. Carlos, I'm trying to find ARV right now. Let me see here. Avenue Redwood. Let me see. Carlos, hold on a second. I'm trying to. Sorry. My computer's a little bit slow, and I try to punch in the address, but. Avenue. It's in California. ICOMS couldn't find it, so I have to go to Zillow. Okay, so it has it on Redfin. So it's on Redfin. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath, 1,200 square feet. Is that correct? Am I looking at the right one? Carlos, am I looking at the right one? So let me see here. I'm going to go down to the map. For some reason. So here's one. Man. Here's one that's like 1 mile away. I'm trying to go out and to see if there's any recent soul comps around it. It's a 2-bedroom, 1-bath. Holy smokes. There's one that's a mile away from it. It seemed like it's a townhouse. And they had it for 1.4. Yes. Carlos, I suppose you have not made an offer. What about wholesale condo? Do you recommend it or not? Um, as long as the number makes sense, I think you can wholesale condos, mobile home, and etc. Mobile home, just want to make sure that it's 1980 or newer. I have an assignment. I'm pulling from the MLS. Uh, so, Jin, what do you think the ARV would be for this property if you have access to the MLS? Here's one that's 0.9 miles away, but this one is like 3,000 square feet. It's a 4 bedroom. Here's a 4 bedroom. 1.5 miles away, 970,000. 2 miles away, 1.9. See, it started getting really far out there, and these are way more bedroom. Carlos, could you confirm with me if it's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath? If it is, yes, this one is a little bit tougher to comps. And you guys got to understand, there are properties where it's easy to comps, where you can find the comparable. Yeah, I only found further away. So there are property where you can find, easy to find the comps, right? And there's some that's going to take you a little bit longer. And what you want to do is you want to call a couple of the realtor in the area. So if you don't mind, Carlos, let me know if you don't mind. I can make a call to the realtor and see if what they think the ARV would be for this property. Let me know if you don't mind. I'll call some realtor. Of course. I'm not sure what you mean by of course. Of course mean like no, of course mean like go ahead, or of course mean like no. So realtor, so let me see here. Call realtor, okay. So red, California, realtor. Best realtor in Redwood. Oops. And a lot of times, you guys, it's you just gotta do. Sometimes you just gotta do what you gotta do. You just gotta call the realtor and try to find out and see if they can help you out. 650. I want to make sure I'm on the right. Yeah, okay. So I'm not sure if I'm allowed to. Well, I'll just have to make sure that I tell the realtor. Here goes. So we're working on Carlos comps right now. I wouldn't even know who.
Please enter the first 3 letters of the person's first name to whom you wish to speak.
Hold on a second. Hold on a second. I'm sure we can find. Carlos, hold on a second. Okay, hold on a second. Let's call somebody that's easy to. Okay, I'm gonna call Jenny. Jenny, 650-396-2847.
This call may be recorded for quality purposes.
Oh shoot. Okay, let's
Wait
just
while we
see.
connect you to an agent who can help you.
Finally got a realtor phone number. Her name is what? Jenny.
Hello, this is Jenny.
Hi Jenny, my name is Khang with a local investment group, Jenny, and we're looking to buy some properties in the area for cash, and we buy fix and flip. Um, hey Jenny, are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay, great. And I just want to make sure, Jenny, am I catching it at a good time?
Yeah, you're an investment group and
Yeah.
you buy properties that are off market for cash.
Yeah.
Everyone in the whole area.
Correct. And actually, I'm actually having trouble, trying to figure out what's the what are the fair market value go for like a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, roughly about 1,200 square feet over on Whipple Avenue in Redwood.
What size lot?
Roughly about 9,000 square feet lot.
Oh, wow. Probably, is the house habitable?
Yeah, so basically, Jenny, what I'd like to know from you is what do you think the ARV would be for something like that if we were to go in and invest some money to do some fix and flip, and if it's a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and roughly about 1,200 square feet with a 9,000 square feet lot would go for in that area?
Are you going to add on square footage or you're literally just going to flip it?
You know what? We're probably just gonna flip it. We'll keep it as a 2 bedroom, 1 bath.
Because a 9,000 square foot lot is huge. You could add on at least 2 more bedrooms to that and get a much better return. But 2 bedroom, 1 bath on Whipple is, you're probably looking at like high one. You wouldn't get 2. I mean, maybe because of the lot size, but high one.
So Jenny, when you mean
square footage, you'd get a lot more than that.
gotcha. Okay, so when you mean high one, are you talking like 1.8 or something?
Yeah, and you'd probably be, I mean, I don't have to see what you did to the house in the yard and all that stuff where it was on Whipple. Whipple's a busy street, but yeah, I mean, you're looking at 1.7, 1.8, probably something around there.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's a lot size.
Gotcha. Now, Jenny, if we do what you said, which is adding on some bedroom, what do you think that this property would worth?
Yeah, I mean, if you could add on 2 bedrooms and a bathroom and make it a 3-2, roughly 2,000 square feet, then you'd be like, 2-2, 2-3, something like that.
2.2 and 2.3. Gotcha. So.
You'd be much better off doing that.
Gotcha. So the thing is, Jenny, basically, we are looking to invest in the area and find some agents that we can work with. And so I appreciate you taking the phone call and taking the time to give us some of these numbers. Now, are you very familiar with the area, Jenny?
Yeah, I live in Redwood City. So,
Oh,
yeah,
gotcha.
I've lived in 6 cities on the peninsula, so I cover basically Mountain View to San Mateo. And I work with a lot of developers, so I've done a lot of development myself personally. So I have contractors I work with, and I know all the restrictions for each city in terms of square footage and lot coverage and all that kind of stuff.
Oh, very nice. Well, I'm glad that I called you then.
Yeah, I mean, it's unfortunate there's a million people like you out there. It's a tough, it's very lucrative to flip in the Bay Area. It's very difficult at the moment. The market is so high. Very hard to find off markets, or it's very hard to find off markets that go for fair market value. I mean, in my opinion, a lot of off markets go for higher than fair market value because people are just so excited they're not in it anymore, so they overpay. But yeah, I mean, it's a very lucrative market still around here. It's a very active buyer's market still, so things are going very well if you're a seller.
Gotcha. Now, so on this piece of property, on a piece of property that we're looking like this, Jenny, so basically, if we were to go in and add some bedroom and bathrooms into this onto a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, you're saying that we can get about 2.2 to 2.3 for it. Is that correct?
Yeah, if you made it a 3-2. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, and also too is what I like to know is Jenny, how do we get into your circle as far as being one of the investor where you can send us some off market deals or pocket listing.
Yeah, I'm happy to do that. If you want to send me an email with all of your qualifications, I have to know that you actually have the cash and are ready to go. And there's a lot of
Sure.
people who do hard money stuff that get messed up. They're not actually cash. It's really hard money.
Right.
And then so there's a big difference because that can go wrong even though it's technically still cash. But yeah, if you want to send me an email with all of your information, I can start sending you anything I find and hear about it. If you give me your budget parameters and all that kind of stuff too, what you're willing to spend on the purchase, what you're willing to spend on the flip portion, what kind of return you would like, then I can start to send you things. No problem.
Gotcha, gotcha. And I definitely appreciate your time, Jenny. Now, last questions before I let you go. Jenny, if we were to buy this property, a 2 bedroom, 1 bath, and add on bedrooms and bathrooms, turning to a 2,000 square feet, 3-2, what do you think? What do you think the renovation cost would be?
Well, so do you have your own team, or would you just be hiring contractors?
Well, you know what? Since we are going to invest virtually, we're probably gonna go through and hire subcontractor or maybe a general contractor to do it. So we actually don't have our own team in the area.
Okay. So, I mean, if you're just getting a contractor, you're at about $400 a square foot around here. But
Holy
if you get
smokes!
someone who you can somehow incorporate into your team, and maybe give them some profit sharing or something like that, you can get it down to like $200 a square foot.
Well, Jenny, do you have a team? Do you have a team that you work with that we can get
Yeah,
your price?
I do. I have some contractors I can send your way that do a lot of flips and would be happy to work out some sort of a deal, especially if it's a more long-term project for them. I mean, contractors are very willing to make you all kinds of concessions if you're going to promise them, X number of jobs per year or something like that, as opposed to just one project. Or if they can do multiple projects in the same area at the same time, that's also a lot more cost effective. If you can find 2 or 3 houses within a 1 mile radius that you're flipping, that they can just have people working on all at the same time, that'll bring the price way down. So yeah, I mean, if you want to send me all of your information via email, I can connect you then via email with a couple contractors that I would recommend.
Awesome, awesome. And also too, Jenny, is this your cell phone? So can I have my partner? Can I have my partner actually text you?
Sure, absolutely. Yeah, this is my cell and no problem with that.
Sounds good, Jenny. Hey, I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much, and look forward to working with you.
Of course, my pleasure. Thanks for calling.
Yep. You have a great day and a great weekend. Bye, Jenny.
Thank you.
Yep. Thanks. Bye. Okay, Carlos. What I'm gonna do is you saw her phone number. So she seems like that's a nice thing about finding people in the area because she's in the area, so she actually knows the property. You don't want to find agents that's outside of the area because they don't even they don't know. So it's nice that we call and we find it in the area. But that's her phone number. 650. Carlos, you can call and contact with her. 650. Her name is Jenny. It seems like she's a great person to talk to. She has some contractor over there, and also Sue. What's nice is it seems like she has cash buyer on her list, and that's a good. That's one thing about connecting with agents. You guys don't understand. They have cash buyer, they have pocket listing, they have sellers that are calling them in situations where where they want to sell their property through an agent. And the agent's the one that's going to list the property, but instead of listing it, it's a pocket listing where they will call you and offer you to make, offer you the deal, all right, and see if you can make the offer first. And it happens to me all the time. So there it is, Carlos. So it seems like, yeah, that's her evaluation on it. If we keep it as a 2-1, it's a 1.7. But beside her, I would call at least 2 more other realtor, but make sure that they're in the local market, all right, so they can give you a correct number. So it's nice that they're in that city, okay? If they're in another city, you want to call agents that are in that city because they would know the market better than the person that's outside. But anyways, that's it. So she said that fix up for a 2-1 1.7 to 1.8. I would just go low and let's just say 1.7 and then use that as your comps. I guess it's a big lots in California. It seems like in my area that's pretty normal. XNR, do you do subject to? No, I don't. I used to do owner finance, all the owner finance. It's actually, if I were to actually do that, I can actually tie up tons of more property up on the contract. I won't have an issue with it. It's not that hard once you know how to talk to seller. The key thing is talking to seller, and once you know how, it's actually not that hard at all. And I have a stutter problem. For those of you who haven't noticed, I have a stutter problem, and it gets worse when I'm on camera. It gets worse because the adrenaline or maybe what it is, but it gets worse. If I'm not on camera, it's way better, man. You guys should see me. Oh man, when I talk to these buyers, realtor, the other day I was talking to a buyer and I told my wife to record me, but she doesn't want to. So I don't do subject to anymore, or I've actually never done a subject to. Always done own a contract. So they act as a bank. They carry it. So anyways, you guys, want to give you some shout out before we get off. We already did 2 deals today. Hopefully it helps you out. Carlos, hopefully it helps. And Baby 101, I don't know if it helps you out or not, but it seems like you are locking down the contract. You just need to talk to your buyer, what they would pay for, go back, renegotiate with the seller, and try to see how you can still make the deal work. And if the seller is motivated to sell, and the seller's going to be willing to work with you. Yeah, man, California property price is just a lot. It's a lot. But the thing is, Carlos, you're right. Obviously, in those areas, your profit margin, which means your assignment fee, can be really, really big. Anyways, you guys, thank you so much, you guys, for being able to join the live stream. Really, really appreciate it. Let me give you guys a couple shout out here. Anybody on here I want to give a couple shout out, let me know. Son Johnson, enjoy the track and hunt with you today. Enjoy yeah, man. Thank you so much, you guys. Really appreciate it. And for those of you who are a part of my the King Kong Facebook group family, you guys, I really wanted to, make sure that I'd be able to help you guys out and add value. I'm going to upload a video here pretty soon when I get off. Is showing you guys how you guys are able to, let's just say on these large assignment fee where you don't want to do a double closing, because on a $300,000 to $400,000 home, if you have to do a double closing and you pay for all the seller closing costs, typically it's about 3%. So let me see how much it would have cost you. Roughly about $9,000. All right, $9,000, where it has to come off your assignment fee if you were to do a double closing. I'm going to share with you guys, and I'll upload the video to the Facebook family. I'll upload a video sharing with you guys how I'm able to assign it without the buyer knowing what my assignment fee is, so they don't get all upset trying to negotiate with me, trying to cause an issue, and how I was able to assign it without them knowing what my fee is, and they won't know it until 3 to 4 days before closing. Once they have drop off the non-refundable, then I let them know. Once they drop off the non-refundable, then I let them know. I'll send over an addendum, and you guys will see it exactly what I'm saying. And then I'll send over the addendum telling them how much my assignment fee is, and I didn't have to double close. So, and we're about to do 4 of those. 4 of those already, and I've done tons more. So it's another way to get away without doing a double closing. So anyways, you guys, John, what up? Great live call. Thanks, Khang. Thanks, man. XNR buy houses by using a HUD 1. No, it's just an addendum. It's just an addendum that you send over. All right, you guys, I'm out. Thank you so much for those of you who are able to join me. Take care. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys tomorrow, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard, Sunday Q&A. So bring your questions. Bye, you guys.